I think as soon as Lena hit 6 and got her ultimate, she should have been roaming to either lane asking for a gank. Because Lena Blade hits like a fucking truck, man.
The only thing with that is we do have wards up, and if we had seen her coming, we would just ask for a silencer, a global alt, and backed out before she could do anything.
Lena buying a second bracer right now, heading back into base. Her presence in team fights and ganking abilities, anytime I see Lena, I'm just afraid.
She's definitely very strong mid-game.
Still surprised that we still only have 1v0 right now.
It's definitely a very slow game so far.
And there we go. We had a kill down bot. Night Stalker getting a kill with his Void on his Lich.
Looks like he's using that ultimate ability to bring on the Knight.
Lena roaming up top, looking for a gank, it looks like. Though I think they missed their chance.
Have a, it looks like Feeder's seen Catchy. Definitely not at this point. Really, line of sight is probably one of the most important things to keep. If you're seen coming for a gank, that just gives away all of your, almost all of your ganking power for the initiation. They know she's there. Arcos running down, just sort of, I don't know, looking at each other.
I guess scout the forest.
The other thing is, when you go for a gank and you get spotted, you really need to immediately return back to your lane. Don't just stand there hoping the other team will mess up, because now you're stealing XP from the other people in their lane, and you're not going to get any gold just waiting in the forest for a gank.
So is this the first rune we've seen?
I think that's the first rune pickup, yeah.
So again, he's got it during the day, and not really sure what to do with it.
And he's just kind of sitting around down there below middle tower, yeah.
So rune comes up, correct me if I'm wrong, comes up every 2 minutes on the even minutes?
Yes. Every 2 minutes.
And it will appear either top of the river or bottom.
And we have an invisibility rune because it just hit 16. Dragon, here he comes, dropkick picking that up.
Hopefully he does something with this.
He is during the day though, so he is slower. He doesn't have that speed advantage, and looks like Alvarez is hanging around his tower, single laning. It's probably a good idea. Looks like
he still might be able to do something with Veno here because Veno's got that slow.
Oh, but here comes SM. Oh, but he's
Bounty Hunter's back.
He's going into the woods.
Yeah, they're waiting for Lich to push up so they can try to sandwich him in.
Here comes trying to gank Alvarez.
Here it is. Oh, I missed the gale.
But Bounty Hunter had the same idea. He's coming up from behind.
And that's a kill.
That's a kill on Venomancer.
It's a kill on Lich as well.
I don't think I got both of them. But 1 for 1 it looks like.
Silence just went down as well. A lot of action right there.
Yeah, Silencer got a little too cocky, and Lena just ulted him in his face, and that was it.
I'm curious about this Bounty Hunter's scale build because whenever I play him, generally what I do is I max out Shadow Walk first and leave Shuriken Toss for later.
This is actually a debate that I've seen several times in the in-houses between maxing Shuriken and maxing Shadow Walk.
Oh, hang on a second. Looks like Dropkick got caught by Bounty Hunter, and then he's going to... Is he going to be able to finish off that one last hit? One more.
He would have gotten that kill if he'd used that mana for track instead.
There he goes. He gets it finally.
Bargain basement bounty.
I'm sorry. So we were talking about which one do you suggest picking first?
I
Well,
tend to go Shadow Walk myself, if only because I'm Bounty Hunter. I tend to be more farm heavy than just because I'm not that great with them. I tend to gank later, so Shuriken Toss just doesn't really help me that much in the way I play them.
that's, yeah, the way I play him as well. I max Shadow Walk and Jinda first, and take maybe 1 point of Shuriken Toss just for the mini stunt to make sure people can't teleport out. Because
But
really, he's a gank hero.
Radiant's middle tower.
I rarely see people max it, and most I see people get 2 points
Yeah,
in
it's
it.
like Captain Walmart getting initiated on by Lich and Lina.
He's got that magic stick that,
Ulti's coming out. One more spell and he's down.
and he's gonna die. Yep. I remember thinking when I saw that happen, I was saying that I thought Lich wasted his ult on that attack because it's such a great team fight ult, and Lina had her Dragon Slave as well as her Liguana Blade up at the time.
Looks like Veno's getting caught. Went mid, tried to help silence her a little bit too late, but he's gonna get out of there.
Spectre ulting to get up to the action.
We got a 4v2 right now in the middle lane. It looks like they're backing off. They lost a lot of health, I think, due to the tower.
Looks like Bounty Hunter is trying to build a Yasha right now.
So what will that give him?
Yasha is good for one. It's got a 10% movement increase, which does not stack.
I'm sorry, I missed that one. Arkosh coming in, finishing off the tower with his wards. Pretty easy tower for him. There was no one there to defend it because of the sort of failed push.
And I just want to mention this, since I noticed up top, people playing Night Stalker, do not rush your Morbid Mask. Do not rush Morbid Mask.
Why is that?
Well, because like your early ganks are mostly going to come from your Void. You don't really need the lifesteal that early, especially in the laning phase, even though this is transitioning into the mid game, because you should be last hitting and not doing a lot of auto attacking. And as you see, it's not really doing anything for him because he's got it, but he's trying to gank, so he's spending most of his time just standing there with it doing nothing for him.
Right. So what would you suggest instead of rushing Morbid Mask? Just getting straight stats?
On gankers, I always get my boots, get my urn, and because urn is just wonderful on gankers, especially somebody like Not Stalker, where people tend to run from you, and you just drop an urn charge on them and get that beautiful dot. That I've gotten several last hits with the urn charges on Shadowbreaker. Spirit Breaker.
Let me just interrupt you for a second here. We got a deny on the tower. One nice, really crucial thing that happened here was they went in to take the tower on bottom, and the glyph was used to stop them, but it wasn't used as a way to just prolong a tower that you're already going to lose. This allowed them to get people into position, push the Dire back, and protect their tower long enough so that the Dire couldn't continue, and they were able to deny it.
Yes, this is one thing I try to tell my team in the new games, is I see this a lot as people, even creeps will just be auto-attacking a tower, and then somebody will glyph it. You want to save your glyph for when you're going to do something at that tower. Either you've got people coming in to defend it, or you got somebody, waiting to deny and you want to scare them off a little bit. But don't just waste your glyphs.
They are very short too, so if someone's not within 5 seconds of that tower, it's going to be down anyway.
It's like 2 seconds of tower invulnerability, and it's got a 5-minute cooldown.
So there's a tri-lane up top. It looks like they were going to try to take out anti-mage feeder. but weren't able to finish on that, and now we have 4 players on the Dire side up top, and we have a Shackle coming out on Jay Brown, but Ketchy answering there with an initiation, and Tidehunter finishing everyone off.
The
with
Gwen
his,
Blade, a Dragon Slave, and a Lich Ult all come out and just wipes the 3 Dire. Lich is just so strong for his ultimate.
Yeah, having a ultimate that, let's see, it stuns us every time it hits, correct?
No, it slows. And then it bounces like 7 times.
Yeah, and using that inside of a team battle really can push it in your favor, especially with Tidehunter here. If he uses it at the right time, which he did in this case, he took out, you know, like about a third of everyone's health that he hit.
One way you can counter Lich's ultimate is just having like good team positioning so that his ult doesn't bounce between you all. That is like the main counter for that ult.
The jump range is 575. That doesn't increase, so you can get around it, but you still have to be pretty far away.
Well, you can
So
also
that's
just go for
fairly
a
short
Pipe
of
of
normal
Insight.
range.
A Pipe of Insight will pretty much completely nerf a Lich ult.
That too. But why
And
spend money on an item when you can just reposition better?
But you're not always going to be, if the Lich is good, you know, it's always going to be a positioning battle, but sometimes, like, see up top, there's this short little bridge, and no matter how far apart you are on that little section, you're going to get Lich ulted.
I want to comment on this combination. We have, if Tidehunter gets off his ultimate, he stuns everyone in his range, and at that same time, if Lich pulls off his ultimate, you just got a winning combination right there.
On top of that, Lena can just Dragon Slave and Liguena Blade whoever is still alive.
Yeah, dude, they definitely have a much better team fight than we did in this game.
Yeah. We got 2 AoE stuns and then just like a giant truck AoE.
And it looks like, I'm not sure how much burst damage you guys had on the Dire. Here coming in, Jay Brown, does he have enough? His ultimate is up, there it goes. And the Lich ultimate, right after that, as I was talking about. Ketchy is silenced, but she needs to test something before she passes out. And Jay Brown goes down. And it looks like they're gonna, maybe they'll save this. Dropkick falls, it's now 2-on-2. SM gets away from that, but still kind of there trying to save KG taking out Venomancer. Now it's 2-on-1. Oh no, the wards take down Bounty Hunter and Anti-Mage lives. So that was
Wasn't quite a good idea there.
Well, what wasn't?
Bounty Mage coming in to try and get Anti-Mage like that.
Yeah, I thought KJ was gonna peace out, but looks like he was able to save himself long enough to